Hey, I'm here with one of my Esquire Strats, and I was doing a little Googling around online and found an Esquire mod called the Eldred mod, named after Mike Eldred from the Fender Custom Shop. And I didn't even realize, but I've done that to my guitars. What it is in the Esquire, it just has the one bridge pickup. It's Telecaster style, one bridge pickup, and all the way, I guess in the first position is the bridge pickup straight through, no tone control, just volume straight into the output. Then the middle position is the volume and the tone control with, I believe, a standard at that time was a 0.047 UF capacitor, microfarads, whatever it is. So 0.047. Then the third position, which would be like the neck position, but there's no neck pickup on an Esquire, would be the volume control, the tone control disengaged again, but a fixed capacitor in to give a really like bassy kind of sound. And I guess some people don't really like it much. It's too much. So with my guitars, the tone controls, when you turn them all the way down, it sounds very muffled, and I never liked it. So what I did was I upped the lowered the capacitor value. I'm trying to think like which way. Lowered the capacitor value. So I ended up finding out that a 0.0047 microfarad capacitor worked, rather than like a 0.047, or even some have like a 0.1, which when you roll it down, it's just like, to me, like all mud. So the Eldred mod for an Esquire has that third position, the sort of neck position on the switch, the volume running through a 0.0047 microfarad capacitor. And that's what I ended up doing on most of my guitars. I like it because it doesn't roll off too much of the highs. It retains some of it. But I found that it gives it like a really kind of mid-rangey, like Cocteau kind of a sound. And in researching the Esquire Eldred mod, that is exactly the phrase that they were using. So anyway, here it is with the neck position, and it's kind of buzzy. I'll have the tone all the way up, just fluorescent lights and computer monitors and everything here. Okay, then if I turn the tone control all the way down on the neck pickup, so you can hear that rolls off some highs but not a ton. I found that I have the middle pickup screwed down pretty low, and then if I go in that in-between position on this Strat with the neck and the middle pickup dialed down and the tone all the way down, it gives me a little more highs back, and I actually like that sound a little better, and it's hum canceling, so I like that too. So here's the tone control all the way up in that in-between position. Then the tone all the way down. So you can really kind of hear the Cocteau sound a little better there. And then I have the, since I rarely use that middle pickup by itself, I have the last tone control wired to the bridge pickup. So here's the bridge pickup, tone all the way up, volume all the way up. And then the volume down, the tone down. Sorry about that bad note. And then sort of the middle position there, bringing the middle pickup back in with the tone down. Tone all the way up. Tone back down. So that's sort of the Eldred mod for every other guitar that isn't a Esquire. I just wire it in the standard spot on a tone control, and now the tone all the way up is, you know, one sound, and then the tone all the way down is that sort of Eldred mod kind of thing. And of course, you know, you get variations all along. What I found is not just all the way up and all the way down, but all the shades in between, I can cut just a little bit of high end out and still pretty much have my exact same tone, just a slight amount of highs out. And I don't have to like sort of finesse the knob, have it at like 9.6 or something. I can cut out some highs at like 8 and 9, somewhere in there. So I can be playing and really quick, just turn the knob like an eighth of a turn, and I've cut a little bit of highs out, and I still retain a lot of my, you know, original tone. So hopefully this helps people. Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to mention, the other thing that I wanted to mention, if you, because different pickups, different amps are all going to interact differently. If you wired where the tone control is, 2 wires, insulated so that they don't short out on anything, and pull them outside of the, underneath the pick guard there, just take a couple screws. When you put the pick guard back in and string it back up, leave a couple screws out and have those wires hanging out. If you have alligator clips, you can clip a capacitor in to the circuit from outside of the guitar. So, you know, you have to be careful that you don't bang it with your knee and stuff, with your leg. But you can clip on a capacitor, play along, you know, adjust the tone control and everything, and see if that's the capacitor value that you like, and the capacitor type, because type does alter the tone a little bit. So you can very easily swap in and out and sort of audition different capacitor values and see what you like better. So a lower, I know I had this issue before, a lower value capacitor is going to cut out less highs. So just as an example, like a .0047 UF, which is what I usually use, they don't have this, but if you had a .0048, it's slightly higher in value, so it's going to cut out slightly more highs. Of course, they don't have that, but you know, you wouldn't even hear the difference in that anyway. But so that's the point. So try some different values, see what works for your guitar, your playing style, your amplifier, your whole rig, and then when you get that value, then you can open the guitar back up again and solder in the value that you decided on, and you know, leave it in there for good, wire it up for good, and get rid of the little jumpers and alligator clips and all of that, and then you're good to go. So hopefully this helped somebody.